Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I wanted to do some more of the questions that you sent me. I did several on Friday when poor Violetta got cut off. They had those tornadoes in Canada and a good part of Canada apparently lost power. So Violetta will, she and I will get together again. So before I get into it, please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, hit the like button, check out membership. All right, here we go. So first question, and I thought this was one that really is important. So I chose it and I saw a lot of you liked it. So that tells me that you guys also think the same. And that is, how seriously is foreign money affecting the US democracy? So we all know it is, right? So we're talking about degrees then. We know that there's foreign money, dark money, money that is not for our highest good, coming into this country and affecting our politics, affecting women's rights, affecting equal rights across the board at this point. So let's see. So lots of leaders, okay, because this is a card of leadership. So lots of leaders getting involved with this. So I know sometimes we always want to just say, well, it's this country, it's that country, it's this leader, it's that leader. And this makes me feel like, no, it's actually a few. We're dealing with more than one country. So it's not just coming from one source. Like I know we always think that. The issue is, here's our obstacle, the Chariot. So the issue is we don't have a lot of control over it, right? Because this is a card of control. But as American people, it seems like we're losing a lot of control right now. And like these other people are controlling us. Let me just put something, because I do have the fan on. It's so darn hot. Let me just put something on my paper with the questions so it's not constantly blowing the whole time. Okay, so this leads to a lot of brokenheartedness, okay? So that tells me, because the question was, how seriously is it affecting us? Seriously, it is. It is. Okay. So we're going to be trying to just hold on to things, Four of Pentacles. We're going to be trying to hold on to some sort of status quo, even though that's not what we really want to do, is it? Because don't we want to progress? Don't we want to move forward? We don't want to just stay the same, because the same isn't good. We've had the same. And now we have the mess that we have now with the Supreme Court. So we're going to hold our own for a bit before we then, here's the other card of control, before we take control, before we start to move forward, before we can start to work our magic as a country, as a democracy, push out these politicians that are taking this money. It's not fair to us, because I'm going to say your average American does not wish for this. I saw a lot of people commenting that I was right about Elon Musk, and not just me, there was other readers that predicted it too, that he was going to back out of the deal. Yeah, to him, it was just, he was bored. That's all, nothing more, that's it. I mean, I don't think he ever took it seriously. And then some of you was talking about Boris Johnson. If you watch Hodiga on Saturday nights, you know that Hogarth, Lady G, and myself predicted he was going a long time ago. So not a surprise. What other choice did he have, given everything that he had done, right? So let's just hope, for the UK's sake and for all of us too, that they replace him with somebody competent and caring, compassionate, okay? So another question was, Val Demings is trailing Marco Rubio. Does she have a chance? So I think she does. Why she's not getting more support, I don't know. I really wish, I'm not really sure what the Democrats are waiting for at this point. I really think they should start to push their support for her now, really up their game, because she needs to up hers. And, we want Val to get in, don't we? Okay. Okay, so we're going to be hearing more about this. That's how I take it. Okay, because, you know, here's Page of Cups, right? And pages are about delivering news, getting messages. So we're not done hearing about all this, right? But I guess, of course not, because it goes until November. So we're not done hearing about this. Give it a little time. This makes me feel like, okay? Look at what her obstacle is. This is so predictable. I don't think you have to be psychic for this one. Ace of Cups, relationships, right? She's not getting the support that she needs, right? She needs more support. She needs, you know, she needs the Democratic Party to really get behind her. But here she is working her tail off. Eight of Pentacles, the card of working diligently and meticulously. And so, you know, she's doing her part, I feel, because I do feel she's a little bit limited given what she's got. And then we get the World card. She starts a brand new phase of her life. So the one thing I'm comfortable with saying is she has a really good, bright future ahead of her, no matter what happens. I think this is a bit more of like free will, but I'm going to say she's going to do better than what a lot of you are thinking. That I can say. I am not going to be all doom and gloom about her because I don't think it's necessary. We're going to have to wait and give it time, but I don't think it's all doom and gloom. I really don't. I mean, let's face it, we're in for a huge shift anyways, right? Not just with her in Florida. And I mean, we're just in for a huge shift. So, when I saw this question, I was like, do I want to take it? Do I not want to take it? Do I want to look at it? But I have to, right? You have to take the tough questions. You can't just take the nice, easy ones. But this one's just upsetting. You know, will SCOTUS overturn same-sex marriage? You know, we know that Clarence Thomas is on his way out. He's in his death throes, so to speak. He's going to try to do whatever he can do, right? So he's going to cause as much chaos and damage and hurt that he can. You know, I don't think it, first of all, let me just say, I do not think it's set in stone that it's going to be. First of all, let me say that. I do not think that at all. But I am concerned. And we all need to be concerned. Because even if this doesn't apply to you, they will eventually get around to doing something that will, right? You know, equal rights is equal rights. Everybody needs to have equal rights. It's 2022. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Okay, first of all, I don't even know how the Ace of Pentacles got put upside down here. Let me look at the next card. Let me go a few out because I'm going to see if this tells a little story. This might be telling us a story. Yeah, this is telling a story. Okay, let's see what the story tells us. So Ace of Pentacles, I mean, when it's upright, you know, something's being funded, right? There's money to be made. So when I look at the next card, because there's two ways I could read this, correct? Either, you know, SCOTUS won't get the funding they need. They won't get all that backing that they want, which is strange to think of when you think about a Supreme Court getting any sort of backing or money. But, or it'll be the rest of us, right, who want to have equality. A little concerned about the obstacle. The obstacle was the Ten of Cups. And you can see it's a happy family. You can literally see the rainbow. Literally, there's a rainbow. Okay. So that tells me they're going to try. Now, when it comes to actually winning or not, well, first of all, I think we're going to persevere. We're going to get through it. Judgment's going to be passed. Okay, here's the Judgment card. Things become more grounded and down to earth. All right. Rushing into action. And when I asked what that meant, that's why I went another card out. You get a couple, okay? And like I always say, when you read tarot, you don't put a lot of emphasis into the male and female aspects because we're nothing like 1500s Italy. So, I'm going to say it's going to be okay. But I am going to say they're going to try. And I'm putting the Ace of Pentacles back upright. I don't know how it got that way. They're going to try. because they're going to sow discord, right? That's what they want to do. They want to sow discord. They want chaos. They want negativity. They want to hurt us. And I just want to mention on Friday, Andre will be on my channel again. So Friday, look for that. I will be posting a link with all the details. And because I know actually every single comment was positive when he was on. He's a fantastic astrologer. So, you know, stay tuned for that. Here's one that's been bothering me. Will Biden be able to bring Brittany Griner home? So that's that basketball player. Listen, I know she pled guilty, but I think you need to understand why. It's because this is going to be a very lengthy process. By pleading guilty, because did she technically have something that they're considering to be like contraband? Well, she technically did. It's kind of ridiculous that they have such an issue with it that they're going to like imprison her for something like up to 10 years. But by her pleading guilty, it actually speeds up the process and can allow for a prisoner exchange. Okay. Biden, as you know, did write to her. I feel like he is listening. He's doing what he can. And I do believe he's going to be working on that prisoner exchange. Okay. Now, why do I say I'm worried? Because we all know of Russia's reputation with how they treat our prisoners. Sometimes they don't come back the same. She is a public figure. They might be a bit more careful, but I do question Putin's mental state. Okay, so I am concerned for her. I don't like doing death predictions, but I don't see that either. But I am worried for her health, her mental health, her physical health. That has to be terrifying. Has to be. I could not even imagine what she's going through. But of course, too, you know, whenever you go to a foreign country, look at what's legal and what's not before you go. Because sometimes they can have very archaic, ridiculous requirements. Because what she had is not illegal in our country to go through the airport with. It's not. But maybe we should have people there saying, look, do you know if you're going to this country, you can't take this? Or, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just putting that out there. Okay, so Brittany Griner. And seeing her wife talk just like broke my heart. It was so impassioned. Okay, I like that we get the Queen of Wands first. Queen of Wands. So that tells me she's still in good spirits, right? Because out of all the queens, the Queen of Wands is the one that's passionate, enthusiastic, full of life. And so where I'm worried a bit about her, this makes me feel better, okay? Her obstacle, 10 of Pentacles, which kind of makes me think there's those in Russia, those in power, that see this as a financial opportunity, okay? Like maybe there's a dollar to be made, and maybe they're throwing some money at this, which is not good. So she's going to be in for a battle, okay? However, that's 5 of Swords. Here's my Biden card, King of Cups, okay? So the question was, is Biden going to do something? And we get Biden's card. Yay. And justice is served. Love it. Justice is served. So I know it's heart-wrenching. I know we're all worried for her. Hang in there. Okay, let's hang in there. Send her the love and light and prayers and that sort of thing, because it has to be terrifying. Someone asked an interesting question. What is the root cause behind mass shootings? Because we had another whole set of issues, you know, with the 4th of July weekend. And I mean, you know, and I say issues because they weren't all mass shootings, right? Some of them weren't even shootings. It was just all over the board with the violence and the negativity. And, you know, how can you say that you're free in a country when you're not free to go to a parade? And, you know, the amount, and I get that, you know, I was in Plymouth, America's hometown, right? It's where the Pilgrims landed. I get, like, if something's going to happen, that could be a good place for it, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people go there. So if you're looking to hurt people, right? But the amount of like armored vehicles and all that, like, it was unnerving. On one hand, it's like, I feel a little bit safer because of it. But on the other hand, it's like, ugh, I don't know. This is a little unnerving because it was obvious. I can't even tell you how many officers they had. There was just policemen everywhere. Like, I mean, usually you see many walking the beat, directing traffic, but this was insane. So they were definitely prepared. There was a helicopter going around overhead even. So looking at the root cause of this, I mean, personally, I think it's multifaceted. Yes, I think it's mental health issues. I think some of it's financial. And there's even been times I've wondered about things like mind control. I think it's very complicated. I don't think there's just one answer. Okay, first card, Queen of Swords. I guess she would imply that, wouldn't she? Because she is so intellectual and analytical. And so she's saying to us, look deeper. Use your brains and start to look deeper, okay? The obstacle is like our complacency towards it. And when I say our, I don't mean you and I, because there's only so much we can do, right? We can protest, we can vote, we can sign petitions. It's the complacency, it's of the politicians, right? Now, see, this is where I start to get into like, okay, yeah, there's other things other than just mental health issues, because people have been having mental health issues since the beginning of time. This didn't always happen. Even when they had guns, they still, I mean, wasn't doing this sort of thing. I mean, I can't think of any story of the, like, say in the Wild West when they walked into a classroom and just shot everybody, you know, like a disgruntled cowboy just walking in. So no, there's more to it. There is more to it. There is a real darkness to this. And there are those people that we would never know, we don't know their names, that promote this sort of thing. But we're going to see a turnaround, okay? You know, we can't let this shake our faith and our trust in the universe. Things are going to get better because we're going to get control again. We will get control. I know right now it doesn't feel it. I know right now it doesn't. I know sometimes it seems like that light at the end of the tunnel's fading, but I assure you it isn't. We're going through this, but like anything else in life, it's temporary. I know it's gone on too long. I know too many people have been hurt, but it's not going to last forever. We will get control of our country back. Okay? Let's see. Somebody asked, I didn't know anything about this. I had to look this up. Don Jr. and Kimberly, his fiance, Kimberly Guilfoyle, she was with Fox News at one point and she worked under Trump. And, you know, she had texts that were leaked talking about how she raised $3 million for that rally that incited people for the Jan 6 insurrection, right? But people have been, and a few people have been asking me, are Don and Kimberly breaking up? And I was like, I really don't know. I've actually never explored their energy as a couple. I think they both have really weird, creepy energy. So I guess they're sort of like a match made in heaven. Does that exist with people like that? So are they sticking it out or are they going their own ways? I don't know. Okay. Oh my gosh. You know what's funny? Like the cards are being all jumpy all of a sudden. Interesting. Okay. Because I don't know. For me, this is a very cold read. They're fighting. They're fighting. Look at that. Ooh, okay. Because maybe this is going to really be implicating Don Jr., these leaked texts, even more than what he would have been, because he's going to be implicated no matter what, right? So we're just talking degrees of implications, if that's a thing. Good Lord. They're fighting. You know, 5 of Swords, the card of the ruthless battle. And then here's this character looking back asking, was it worth it? Probably not. And what's the obstacle? The Magician. They can't seem to get control of the situation. They can't seem to get control of the situation. I'm going to say this is her. This is Kimberly. She is fiery, right? I mean, have you ever seen her talk? I mean, I've seen her give a couple of, I actually can't watch a whole speech. I'll be honest, I can't. So I'm not going to pretend like I watched her give a whole speech because I haven't, because I can't. But I've seen her for, you know, a minute or so do the red hat with the screaming and the yelling. And yes, so this is her walking away. 8 of Cups. There's her back is turned. She's going. Do I think she could sell Don Jr. down the pike there? Yeah, sell him down the river. And then I thought we'd finish up with looking at, so upsetting, the former Japanese PM, Shinzo Abe. He was assassinated, as I'm sure you know, with a homemade gun. And they, you know, the thing is, it actually took 2 shots, right? Nobody actually, there was security. They didn't catch it. I mean, this makes me feel like there's a little bit more to it than a lone wolf. I'll be honest, I'm not getting a lone wolf vibe. And I wouldn't be surprised if there are other assassinations like this. There's people that finance these things, you know? It's... See, and that's where I do start, and I know it's a little bit out there, but I do start to question mind control. What would make like a healthy young man do this? Because you know it's going to happen, right? I mean, he just gave up his life. Oh, interesting. This actually would be my card for Japan, right? So, so this tells me that we're going to be enlightened to more facts, okay? There's more coming. But look at what the obstacle is. King of Wands. That's a businessman. That's a businessman. Somebody who runs a corporation. Somebody that had some power. Okay? So somebody that had some power and some money is at the root of this. They worked very hard at this. So, you know, 8 of Pentacles. They worked hard at making this happen. This was a lot of careful planning. And here comes the Sword of Truth. And this is my card for legal battles, Page of Swords. So we're not done hearing about it. There's more to come. I think, you know, whomever the King of Wands is, something's going to happen to him. Mark my words on that one. There's going to be more to him than what meets the eye. So for the 3-card pull, I got this wonderful new deck called the Guardian Night Tarot. It's all animals. That's why I picked it. It's all animals. And you guys know I don't really stray too much, you know, my tarot decks. I like to use my Rider-Waite. But let's do the 3-card pull. I'm just going to give it a quick shuffle. They still have that new card feel. These are brand new, by the way. I pre-ordered these and I wasn't supposed to get them until August, and now I got them. Oh, and also everyone, members, on the community tab is July's schedule, so please check that out. Okay. These are so beautiful. I'm still like, you know, just getting used to all of these. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Let me really separate them so you can focus. And which card resonates with you? Take a deep breath, center yourself. 1, 2, or 3. Here we go. Card number 1 is 9 of Cups. So it's a card of contentment and happiness, bliss, a job well done, being satisfied with those things that you have done. So if you've been feeling maybe a little bit down, things aren't quite going your way, things are going to get better. You're going to start getting into that energy of peace and tranquility, happiness, contentment, okay? Card number 2, Queen of Wands. So this is a great time to follow your passions. This is a time to start a new hobby or throw yourself into an existing hobby. A time to start a new business. A time to do those things that make you happy. To me, this is all sacral chakra stuff, right? So you might want to just pay attention to your sacral chakra, open it up, envision it beautiful in orange, spinning clockwise front to back. And then number 3, Ace of Cups. So a nice new time for relationships. And if your emotions have been a bit depressed, this is a time of improvement. It's also a time of new friendships, new romantic relationships, and new partnerships in every sense, like even business, right? It can even be business. So, all right, everyone. I hope that was helpful. Please put your comments down below, and I will see you Friday with Andre. Bye, everyone.